Alright, welcome to a video on YouTube, which I didn't do for a long time. But I thought it was time. You can read it. I will try to do a showcase for my Keqing on Abyss Floor 12. Short disclaimer beforehand. I will show on some stats here and there as well. Just a short disclaimer about my account. I am not a free-to-play, but I'm also not a whale. I'm a relatively low spender. But I also played the game since launch, basically. Not quite since launch, but a bit later. I got my Keqing on her own banner. I was a bit lucky. I was also a bit lucky with her sword. Because I do have the Mist Splitter. But I also was really lucky with that weapon, which is the only reason why I have it. I will show some stats here and there for the weapons and the character draws. My Keqing now is on Constellation level 5, actually, because I was also pretty lucky and unlucky at the same time. I lost 4 times in a row to her C1, to her Constellations. And that's how I got her to C5. The C1 came with the Yoimiya banner back then. And then on Kazuha's rerun and on Yoimiya's rerun, I pulled a lot more. And I drew 3 Keqings after another. And then I got the 4th one from the standard banner, which is my first Keqing from the standard banner. Yeah, that's why she is at C5 now. Also, my artifacts are pretty good, I would say. I'm running a Thunder Soother set, which is why you can't really see in the stats page what she gets extra, because the 35 extra % damage are not shown there. But here are my stats. I'm at about 2000 attack. I do have just a little bit Elemental Mastery. I would like to have more, but I didn't get any good Elemental Mastery pieces. At least not any pieces that are actually in general better. But I do have a 73.4 crit rate, which gets increased by 15% by her ult, which means I effectively have a 88% crit chance, and I have 228.1 crit damage. Also, we go with a electro bonus of 58.6%, and of course, on top of it, we get the 35% for the Thunder Soother set. For the stuff itself, I have a nice flower. I do have an amazing plume. I do have okay sense. I think they are pretty good, actually. There's my Elemental Mastery. The Golbat could be better, but I mean, it has crit rate, crit damage. What can I want more in the same set? And then for the off piece, we have this one, which has attack percent and crit damage. Could also be better instead of HP and flat attack. Like an Elemental Mastery or something would be nice, but I take it. As for the team, we run the team you see here. I will run a Kazuha, a Collei, and a Cookie. For more damage, I could use Fischl here, but I rather use Cookie for overall ease, basically, because it's way more comfortable to have a healer, and Cookie is actually pretty good as well. She doesn't deal a lot of damage, and you can see I don't have her on a lot of Elemental Mastery, so yeah, she is basically here to heal. For the team itself, we have Kazuha, which runs a Favonius sword, basically to channel some more energy to Collei especially. He's of course running the Viridescent Venera set, and has Elemental Mastery of 735, and yeah, 40% crit rate, which isn't that important, but yeah. He's at Constellation 0, his talents are at 899. Of course, Keqing's talents are 10, 10, 10, or 10, 13, 13. So, yeah, triple crown, of course. For Collei, we have kind of weird stats. Basically, she's just there to buff. She has a lot of energy recharge. She runs the Elegy for the end, which I got back when I was pulling for Utao and Homa. So I'm pretty happy that I have the weapon now. This is also one of the reasons why I use her instead of Dendro Traveler. I like the main character as well, but I do like Collei and I want to use her. That's why I'm using her over the Traveler. But in general, if you want, you can of course use the Traveler as well. I just think that Collei has this extra buff with the weapon, which I really like. Also, I am in Constellation 4, which means I do give a bit of Elemental Mastery to my other characters, which the Traveler does too, but I like Collei, as said. As for artifacts, I'm running Noblesse set on her, just so that I get another attack buff for my Keqing. And because the Dendro set doesn't really help that much with damage, since she would only increase her own damage basically in an aggravate team. For Cookie, I already showed her, she has the Iron Sting, which is the main reason why she even has that much Elemental Mastery. Other than that, she doesn't have anything special except 35,000 HP for better heals. She runs the Tenacity set to give my Keqing another attack buff, because Noblesse buff and this buff is some extra attack buff, which I like. She is actually at Constellation 0. I would like to have her at higher constellations, but I didn't get her. And I didn't want to draw on the last banner because I didn't want to get the character. Also, yeah, I also like Cookie. She is crowned. I crowned a lot of characters which I just like, which is her, Cookie, of course, Keqing, Yoimiya, Hu Tao, and I didn't max out on the Traveler. I did crown, I think, 1 or 2 things on his on the Traveler when she was Geo, because I liked them. Yeah. Other than that, I'ma just show a quick overview of my characters in general. Basically, everyone is C0, except for Yoimiya, who is now C2. As I said, I was pulling several Keqings while I pulled on her rerun. I have a C1 Hu Tao, which I saved up since the Keqing banner back then. Or no, since the first Yoimiya banner. And yeah. Chi-Chi's at C3, I think. And Klee's at C1, which I didn't want, but I got her on accident. Other than this, I don't have a Diluc. And I also got a Tignari, which I didn't want to get, but I haven't. So, yeah. Okay, enough about the start. We will do this basically on one try. I'm not like the best player. I might screw up rotations here and there. But we will still do it this way. Basically, I will do 2 runs. One run will be having Keqing in the first half, and the second run will be having Keqing in the second half. And I will just cut out the other team, basically. Because this is Keqing showcase, I just want to show her on both floors, because I think she's really good on both floors, and I want to showcase this. So yeah. First off, we start with Keqing, Kazuha, Collei, and Cookie. And on the second half, let's see, we don't really care that much. I think we're just going to use Yoimiya, because Yoimiya does have the Electro to actually deal with the other thing. Yeah, we go this way. Alright, there we go. We do have some crit damage. Crit rate crit damage, which makes this even better.
Happy to apply. New hunting. Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
Hi! Fallen Emma! Help! Nowhere to hide.
You want
Don't blink! Just like we rehearsed!
clouds high. The bird.
Cut to the chase! Incoming. No way. Nowhere to hide.
Yeah. Almost got my ass beaten.
Fire hazard.
Okay. Alright, second floor. We do have more attack percent. Also, my Collet is almost dead. Alright.
Our bond is strong.
Well. Guess we restart this. Oops. Ah, I don't have this.
Price this on for side.
Wind strike.
Speed of light. Hey. Lightning terrified.
Clouds high. The bird.
Just like we rehearsed. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Ah, there we go.
I'll settle this. Speed of light.
Just gonna heal Cookie a bit. You can see we didn't take even a minute.
Don't blink. Didn't count.
Oh. Okay. Ich hätte den Angriff eventuell noch umsetzen, verhindern können, aber ich wollte schnell durchkommen. Okay. Floor 3. We will get another crit rate. Did I talk German in the second part? I don't know.
Our bond is strong.
This floor is really easy actually with Keqing.
Price this off the side. Hide. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Hey. Incoming. I'll be fine.
Took a bit longer than the last time I did it,
Don't blink.
but still not even 30 seconds. Pew. Nice. Okay. So, after this, we are done with the first half. As you could see, she went through pretty easily, the whole team. Yeah, when there are a lot of enemies, they just die a lot. Let's say it this way. Now for the single target, wait. Which team am I doing for that? I guess I'm just going for a Hu Tao double hydro team. Because why not? Let's do Toma, why not? And then we go with the same team. And we will see how it fares here. Shortcut to the other one. Yeah. Alright, so second half. Time for Keqing. Just some small
Cut to the chase.
stuff. Of course, you don't have a shielder, so there's a bit of that issue. Because these enemies can actually smack you a lot.
You wait.
As one with wind and cloud.
But it's usually still fine.
Nowhere to hide. From speed of light. Hey.
Where do you think you die?
There we go. Easy enough. Time for Chamber 2. Okay. Next try, we took the 20% attack and will kill Magu Kenki now. Hopefully. We'll just use the time to heal a bit. because why not?
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
Might actually need it. Also, I screwed up my rotation a bit.
I'll settle this. Stand with me. Our bond is strong.
Wind strike.
Just like we rehearsed. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Out of my way. Dissipate.
There we go. Easy enough. Now for the last run. Alright. Last floor. Mechanical thing. We took the crit rate, crit damage again. We can look at our character sadly.
Bond is strong.
We will use the time to heal Cookie again a bit. Alright.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
This team is actually really fun here
With sword comes shadow.
because of all the damage and electro everywhere. You just basically always get him down.
I'll settle this. Stand with me.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Our bond is strong.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Speed of light. Out of my way.
Wind strike.
Cut to the chase.
Alright. Time for damage. And that's Keqing floor 12. She is pretty fun. Last time it was even cooler. This time he was kind of weird. But yeah, basically with all her AoE, especially in this team, the weird structures just die right away, and then he also gets knocked out because you have electro all everywhere. And it's really fun. Playing Keqing here right now is really, really fun. Even though she doesn't have a blessing this time, because everything is at for bloom, basically. But yeah, she is doing mighty fine, especially at high investment like minus. But she's also pretty good at low investment, which I can proudly say because I'm also playing on my mom's account and helping her with Abyss. And she does also have a Keqing, which is a lot weaker than mine. She doesn't have a Mist-Splitter, for example. But yeah, even there I can easily actually kill this thing and just decide which character I want to use where. Because Keqing works in both variations here. Alright. That is the showcase for me. If you want to see more of my characters, like this time I showed my Keqing, but I do have a lot of other characters, especially the ones I like the most. My top 3 are Hu Tao and Yoimiya afterwards. Yeah, for Keqing teams, of course, this is my comfort team, which I really like. You can switch Collei for the Dendro Traveler, because Dendro Traveler is a bit better in general in terms of meta. Also, when you want more damage but less heals, you can use Fischl. That's way, way more damage, because Keqing is a really good driver for Fischl. This was a team I used before Dendro came out. Basically using Yelan with the Elegy to have Electro charged for Keqing's C4 passive. Also really good team, which also works really well, because Kazuha can swell both. Then we have the Yoimiya team that I basically showed off in the stream. For you people on YouTube, you won't see it, because it's a Keqing showcase. But But yeah, this team is using Overload. My Yoimiya also has the Pyro set, which the Crimson Witch set. So I can actually make use of Overload and Vaporize. That was the name. Otherwise, I also have this team, but not having a shield is kind of meh. So usually when I just want to go for damage, I use this team because Vaporize is higher, and then I also switch to my Shimenava set. For Hutao, I have this team usually, but I also like the double Hydro on Hutao, which is really great. And I also have a Ganyu team, which I sometimes use, but basically only when I have to use Hydro. And this is a flex spot I put in the Taser team. But yeah, if I want to do another video, it will probably be Yoimiya and Hutao, and maybe later down the road my Ganyu. And yeah, that's about it. I hope this video was fun for you. It was for me, because I like playing. I love playing Keqing. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.